Hey there, I'm the MadCatster, and am I glad to see you here. Boy, we have to talk about Blac Chyna's mom because she is a hot mess, and let's get into it. For those of you, to let you know, my cat, Eugenie, who has the heart condition, it's now been 2 weeks that she's been on the medication. She's doing really well. She's holding her own. Knock on wood, hopefully this medication for the near long term will keep her healthy enough and she'll be able to get by like that, and I'll be able to have her here with me a little bit longer. But anyway, so many of you, most of you probably know that Blac Chyna is suing every single Kardashian in the world, as well as Rob, who is the father of her child Dream, and there's a whole lot going on in this lawsuit that's been percolating since 2017. And as a lawyer, I can tell you, I'm not at all surprised that here we are 5 years later and this thing has just started a trial. But I'll make a few comments about it a little bit after I talk to you about the reason why I made this video in the first place about Blac Chyna's mom. But I'll tell you like my opinion of what's going on with the lawsuit and what I think might happen. This lawsuit has had everything in it, from she accused Rob Kardashian of releasing intimate photos of her without her permission. Rob had sued Blac Chyna alleging she had done things to him, but he eventually dropped that lawsuit, which of course is better for her because it gives her stories more credibility than the defenses that the Kardashians are putting forward. But the big main issue is this defamation claim, where Blac Chyna is claiming that she and Rob had that show of theirs and they did one season, and I guess they were filming the second season and it got canceled because, according to the production company, got canceled because Rob and Blac Chyna had split up, which makes sense to me. But Blac Chyna claims it's because the Kardashians used their influence and forced the network and defamed her and got them to cancel the show. Who's right? I don't know. But I'll tell you what I think, like I said, in a few minutes. So anyway, so after the day in court, Blac Chyna's mom, who goes by Toni, these people who don't use their real names, you know, I use my real name. I'm MadCatster. Look me up in the phone book. No, I'm kidding. But so Blac Chyna, of course, is not her real name. And Toni, her mother, which is not her real name. Toni is a bit of a character. You know, I'm not really familiar with a lot about Blac Chyna. Certainly not about her mom. Her mom did Instagram live feed on Monday night after the jury selection, where she looks really tweaked out, in my opinion. One publication claimed they thought she was rolling a you-know-what during the video, but I looked at it, I think she's eating chicken legs and she's gnawing on the bone. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know. You tell me. You look at it and tell me. I'll show you the video in a minute. But anyway, so Toni was totally unhappy with the way the Kardashians held themselves in court and, you know, the way they dressed and the way they looked. And she had all kinds of unhinged things to say about them. And she went on this long, sometimes totally incoherent rant about the Kardashians and calling them everything under the sun and totally dissing everything and totally criticizing them in any way she could think. And it looked to me really unhinged. You'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm going to put the video up here. So I'm going to put this up and play a little bit of this for you. And she goes off, she calls the Kardashians. She says that the family look dead, and she makes fun of the way Kris is dressed, and she makes fun of the alleged plastic surgery or treatments that some of them have had in their faces. She compares Kris Jenner to a character from the movie Saw. It's all over the map. Here, I'll play a little bit of it for you here.
Yeah, this what I wanted to say is, Kemp, that sex tape, I was like, everybody head snap, pop, and lock. Mine double lock. I immediately turned around and looked at that bitch. She was like, all of them was like, Callie's like, girl, she turned that fucking scary ass face around. Bitch, they look scary. Ooh, and I talk about them, I just be like, ooh, they look scary.
So you can see, I mean, right off the bat, something's not right. You can tell she's not herself, I'll just say, in this video. And I don't know what it is that she has been partaking of to put her in a state like this, and you can see she's laughing at some points. She calls them profanities and she just rambles on, and sometimes you can't even understand what the hell she's saying or what her point is. But here's a little bit more of it.
Then Chloe was shaking her fucking head off everything every juror said. You alright, bitch? She just talked about you. Did you have some Xanax or something before you got that bitch? There was some. And then Kris is daydreaming. I'm watching her. She looking straight at. I'm like, what is up with these bitches?
So that's all I'm going to play of it. You can look it up yourself, and actually I'll put a link to it. I know TMZ had it on their site, so I'll put a link to the Instagram video down below, and you can go take a look at it. But what happened was the next day, so this was Monday night she made this video. So the next day they went back into court, of course, but the judge was so angry about the fact that Toni had gone on this rant, and it had already, of course, been splashed across the press, so everyone was aware of it, that he barred her from the court. And to make things worse, that night, I believe Tuesday night, Toni went back on an Instagram live feed and appeared to threaten the judge. So she said the next day that, oh, she was joking, and, you know, that her Instagram feeds are just comedy shtick. I don't know. I don't believe she really intends to harm. I think she's just shooting off her mouth. But anyway, so that was the video, and I think it is pretty bad publicity in my opinion. It's not really going to affect Blac Chyna or the trial, but I think it's just really bad in terms of public opinion. Never, this is my advice to you, never go live when you're under the influence of anything, because the internet is forever. I know you've heard that before. But anyway, so it didn't look good. So let me just tell you now what I think about this whole lawsuit. So I'm only going to talk about the defamation part of it. So supposedly the series that Blac Chyna had with Rob got canceled because they broke up, even though they had already started filming the season. Now, in my opinion, Cedric's being a bad boy again. He's always a bad boy when I'm making videos. Oh, also, of course, my little buddy Sybil is here. She's always here with me. So it seems plausible to me that the series did get canned because obviously if Blac Chyna and Rob are not a couple anymore, a lot of interest in the series is kind of going to go down. And so I'm sure the network thought, well, this is not really a good idea anymore. Let's cancel it. But Blac Chyna insists that it was because the Kardashians badmouthed her and ruined her reputation, and so the production company stopped filming, canceled the show. She's alleging millions and millions of dollars in damages. She's claiming that it's cost her lost income from work that she didn't get, etc. Although I have to note that it's my understanding that she does have another series, so it's kind of a weak argument. But anyway, so first thing about lawsuits, you can't just decide, oh, you said something I don't like, I'm gonna sue you. You hear it all the time, but in reality, if you sue somebody, in order to get money, you have to prove in your lawsuit that you suffered damages. And you have to be able to quantify, in other words, put a dollar amount on those damages. You can't just pull a number out of your ass and say, I'm suing you for $1 gazillion. That's not how it works. Only on TV do people do things like that. In reality, you can't get more than what your actual damages are, and then sometimes there's like pain and suffering, and there's emotional distress and other damages that you can't really quantify that get decided at trial. In this case, she's alleging that the show got canceled, therefore she lost income from that, and that she lost future income. I'm sure she goes into some formula why she thinks her lost income adds up to a certain amount. But anyways, you can't just sue someone and I said, pull a number out of your ass. It doesn't work like that. You gotta have real numbers that the court and the evidence will be able to evaluate and that will be able to be determined by a jury or by a judge. But anyway, so how do I think it's gonna go? Well, like I said, I think it's plausible that the show got canned because it wasn't socially relevant anymore. That does sound convincing to me. I'm not saying that what Blac Chyna alleges about the Kardashians is not true. I'm just saying that in terms of arguments that win lawsuits, I kind of think this is a weak argument in my professional opinion. I don't think she's going to win, honestly. In my opinion, and if I had been her lawyer, I would have absolutely pushed her to settle this, because I know the Kardashians had offered her a settlement before the trial got started, and if I had been her attorney, I would have urged her to settle it, because these defamation cases are really hard to win unless you've got some kind of bulletproof evidence to back up your claims. And in this case, I think she's kind of on a weak footing to get the jury to agree that this was defamation, and that it in turn led to the canceling of the show and led to her reputation being hurt and her losing future income. I personally don't think it's a winner. Stranger things have happened, so we'll wait and see. So tell me in the comments, what do you think? Do you think she's gonna win? Do you think she's got a good argument? Do you think that this is just a lot of publicity seeking? Do you think the Kardashians are as evil as she makes them out to be? I personally am not a fan. What do you think? You know, and I think we all know the Kardashians Kardashians' reputation. One of them, was it Kim, just said that she had enough money and resources to like burn people to oblivion or blow them to oblivion or whatever. So, that kind of talk is not helpful either. It just goes to show that they're on a power trip, and I think a lot of their success has really gone to their heads. I think it's really poisoned them, to be honest with you, in terms of what their personalities are like and what they think of themselves and how they view the world. Personally, I've never watched the Kardashians. I don't want to keep up with the Kardashians. I don't give a shit about the Kardashians. I could care less if the Kardashians vanish tomorrow. They have no impact on my life. I think they're a bunch of vapid, spoiled, meaningless people, in my opinion. If you're thinking of suing me, don't you dare, because I am a lawyer. In my opinion, they are absolutely the emptiest, most useless social programming out there. They serve no purpose other than to act like phonies and pad their pockets. That's about it, and pad their asses too while they're at it. But anyway, so that's just my opinion. Let me know your opinion. Also, some of you had asked me about doing a live streams, which I'm not really that big of a channel right now, but if some of you are interested in me live stream, like maybe with the cats, like here's Edith. Oh, Edith, come here. Edith. She ran away. I think she thought I was going to do something to her, but let me know if you're interested. We could try it. We could see how it goes, and I don't mind like bringing some of the cats and talking to you about the cats, and we could chat a little bit. That would be great. But that's all I have for you today. I hope that you guys will give me some feedback. Like and subscribe, please. We are making some movement, and I think that last video was a big help in sort of breathing a little bit of momentum. I'd like to keep building on that. So please like and subscribe, share the video, please, and I will see you in the next one.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.